Hey Divine Nurture family and friends, it's me, Miss Deanna. I just wanted to come on here and share a couple of things for people out there who are looking to start their own home child care or even center-based. Just wanted to come on here for some quick tips to consider before starting. First and foremost, if this is your first time on this page, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to bring you lots of videos. This channel will be dedicated to my home child care, being an entrepreneur, a business owner, and things like that. So I will be bringing you story times. I will be bringing you parenting tips, little crafts that you can do at home with your kids if you're homeschooling, or if you are an inspiring child care provider or you are a child care provider. Stay tuned for more. I'm so excited to be starting these videos. I was supposed to start a long time ago. However, life just got in the mix and I just put it off to the side. But now I realize I have so much knowledge and information in me about childcare, period. And on top of that, I'm a mom, you know, and a business owner now. And I've been doing it for some years now. So I just feel like, why not share with others? This video, I'm going to be bringing you 5 things to consider before possibly starting your own childcare. Like in most things, you want to consider the pros and cons about a lot of stuff before starting it, because you can start something that looked like it was easy, and it wasn't. So specifically for this video, I have a home child care. I've been doing it for 5 years now. I've been in the field of teaching for 20 years now. Dates me a little bit. The first thing to consider, I would say, find your why. What is your why for even wanting to start a home child care? What is it? For me, I was in the field teaching for a long time, and honestly, my why when I started versus my why now has changed. But my why was I wanted another kid, and we were paying a pretty penny for our first child to go to childcare and me to go out and do a job, and my husband going out doing a job. And we were just spending a lot of money when I actually have a degree in child development. So it was like, why am I not doing this for myself? So that was my beginning why I started the home child care. You want to think about those things. Like maybe for some of you, it might be that you need income. It can be that you have to stay home to take care of somebody, and this is something that you could do on the side. You know what I'm saying? So I would really step back, think about, why do you even want to do this? There are so many people, sadly, that get in the field because they look at it as easy money. First of all, anything worth having is not easy, and there's always a price that you pay for doing some of the things that we do in this life. So really take a step back and really consider that. Number 2, I would consider, do you like kids? That sounds so crazy and so funny, but really, pause. Do you like kids? Like I said just a few minutes ago, like there are people who get in this thinking like, oh, it's easy money. I can watch a kid. It's nothing. but they don't like kids, and they get in this field and they're money hungry, so they just want the money, and the kids suffer. At the end of the day, you are opening your home, your heart, and all of that to little people that will soon be our future leaders, doctors, lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I would really consider, do you even like kids? Because if you don't know, by having your own or being around somebody else's, kids can really take a toll on you if you are not in the right mental space, period. And it's not just kids, people in general. So you need to figure out, do you even like these little people that much to want to pour into them, to want to help mold them into the better person that they are to be in the future? So when they leave you, they're well equipped and well-rounded to the best of their ability for kindergarten, when they're going to be in the classroom full of 20 to 30 kids with one adult. So really consider, do you even like kids? For real. So the third thing I would say, like, how many kids do you want to serve in doing this? For me, because I had experience already, I started with a large. So do you want to start as a large home child care or a small home child care? Typically, if you do not have experience, they will start you out as a small, which is 6 kids that you can typically have throughout the day, and 2 of them can be added for your school agers. So a total of 8. And after doing that for like a year, then you can request to be moved up to a large. Now, in another video, I'll bring you more specifics on like, what does that look like? What do you need to do to file to become a home child care here in California? In your state, it may be different, so it's always good to research that information. And just like I said, anything worth having does not come free. So there are things that you do need to pay for and may have to fix in your home if it's not up to par. But once again, we'll get into that video on another video. We'll get into those things at another time in another video. But for going back to what I said, you want to look at your space. So if you're considering having a home child care, do you have a space for it? Granted, you don't have to have the biggest house. There are people that do it in apartments, you know, small places, things like that. However, the size does depend how many kids you will be able to have in the house safely. So, but you need to evaluate yourself. Do I want to have a lot of kids or just a couple just to, you know, pay my bills? Because you're a stay-at-home mom, or you just need to bring some extra cash, but you also have all of these other qualities that you can offer. You feel what I'm saying? So those are things that you want to consider. Like I said, I started as a large because I had the experience, but then also I knew I needed an assistant. That's what comes in with, you know, having more kids. You're gonna need help. I just wanted to be able to help as many kids as I could. And even though I started as a large in a home child care, you know, I do have goals to, you know, branch out and things, but I am very humbled with, do not despise humble beginnings. I am so grateful I did not jump in to just go into a center base, because I have learned, oh my God, I have learned so much information about being a business owner and dealing with people. And more importantly, about myself. Man, I've learned so much info about me just in doing this process and starting it and doing it for the, you know, the years that I've been in it. So consider, do you have the space for a large or small? And even if you did have the space, how many kids do you really want to, you know, accommodate? Because like I said, kids can drain you. Kids can take everything from you if you allow them to. And not purposefully, but they're just little people that's what they do. So the fourth thing I would say consider is your operation hours. What days, if you want to get into this, do you want to work? And I think people do this as being a business owner and not being a business owner. People don't really consider that you have the power to choose what you actually want for yourself and your family. So many people are just so driven by money that they end up losing a quality of life. This life, first of all, is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. So getting into things just because of the money and things like that will not matter when you are in the ground is not worth it. Really consider, like, okay, I'm stepping into my own business. What hours do I want to work? Granted, you might want to consider the kind of clientele that you want to serve. Some people know they want to serve people that work overnight. That means you probably want to be a 24-hour daycare, or you want to be like just working from evening shifts, people that have those night shifts. And then on top of that, that may not be your thing. You might want, for me, let me back up. For me, I was already used to working hours that are like from 7 to 4. So those were typical hours that I was thinking of when I started, not considering, is that what I really wanted? However, that's where I was when I started. And the great thing about having your own business, you can change things, dude. You can do something for a year and you can change it. It's okay. Now, as long as you're not being an inconvenience for the clients that you're serving, I mean, you got to be considerate to some degree, of course, but you can change. It's okay to change your mind. It's your business. That's the blessing of having your own business. You get what I'm saying? And granted, everybody might not like your choice. And the people that leave, they'll leave. It just wasn't for them. It doesn't have to be like you were being mean and not considering them. Like, if you did it in a timely manner, you did it professional, it's the place that you're at in your life, you know, and you have to just accept that. So really consider the hours. For me, I started out from 7 to 5, which was a long day. And granted, I paid for that. Once again, I'll get into another video story time about some of the things that I experienced when I first started. But now I'm from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I recognize the families that I inspired to serve, and I'm at a place now where I recognize it's not going to be for everybody. Some people have to commute. Some people need mainly in the evenings, and some people just don't want to be with their kids for a long time. However, I figured at where I'm at right now, you know, God has taken care of me this far and he's going to continue. So I can't complain, but those are my hours, and it works for the families that I serve and the families that come to me looking for those hours. So lastly, I would say consider, how long do you want to do this? Is this a long-term goal or is this a short-term goal? And I say that because, granted, we are people who evolve, right? So things may change. I got into this and I was like, I don't want to do this forever, right? Not in the sense of I just don't want to work with kids and families, but it was like, I know me. I know I am constantly learning things and I'm meant for so much more. So I never limit myself to stick in a box like I have to do this for 20 years or 30 years or anything like that. I recognize that things may change. I recognize that it may just be for a season. and be honest with yourself. So these are all things that you actually want to just consider with yourself before, I would say, doing any research. Doing any research as far as what you will need, what you got to fix in your home, getting advertisement out, making this, making that. But these are like some for real 5 things that you just really want to consider to self-evaluate before going into the next process of fully like getting into the nitty-gritty. You get what I'm saying? So I know this video was kind of long. I'm sorry, and I have so much more to give you guys. So much more. However, I just want to really come to you with some quick things to consider if you are thinking about starting home childcare. And in our next video, I don't know what it's gonna be. Like I said, I have. So I know this video was kind of long. I'm sorry, and I have so much more to give you guys. So much more. However, I just want to really come to you with some quick things to consider if you are thinking about starting home childcare. And in our next video, I don't know what it's gonna be. Like I said, I have so much, right? However, I am gonna be bringing you guys lots of tips on like how to start it, things that you would need, how much money you need to start. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. Also, I am so excited to hear what you guys have to say. So drop a comment down below on things that you want to see me talk about or give you information. I'm all about sharing is caring, and what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. So I'm not a place of like, I'm just trying to hide this from you. Hey, if you flourish from the information that I give you, I've done my part. And if that's all I needed to do, that's all that was for me in that situation. So like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I hope you guys come back for more fun, exciting videos. You might see my kids in some videos showing you how to do certain things, and just going from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming and listening to me ramble, and I hope it was something that can help you. See you later, Divine Nurture friends. Bye.